the Roman Colosseum, an icon of stone, sand, and blood. For 2,000 years it has stood as the ultimate symbol of the gladiator, a stage built for sword fights and beast hunts. But ancient texts whispered of something else, something that historians refused to believe for centuries. They spoke of a day when the Emperor Titus didn't just open the gates, he opened the floodgates. He turned this massive stone structure into an ocean. Imagine walking into the arena expecting lions only to find a lake, real water, real depth, and floating in the center, fully armed Roman warships. This was the Naumachia, a naval battle inside a building. But how? How do you pump millions of gallons of water into the center of Rome without a single electric pump? And how do you drain it all away in time for the afternoon fights? To understand the water, we must look beneath the stone. Before the Colosseum rose, this valley was the private garden of the hated Emperor Nero. And right here in the center lay a massive artificial lake. When Emperor Vespasian took power, he made a bold political decision. He drained Nero's lake and built the Colosseum on top of it. This wasn't just poetic justice, it was engineering genius. The valley was already shaped like a bowl waiting to be filled. But building a stone mountain on a soft, swampy lake bed is a nightmare. They needed a foundation that wouldn't crack under the weight of 100,000 tons of stone. Enter Roman concrete, a revolutionary mixture of volcanic ash and lime. Unlike modern concrete, it actually gets stronger over time. They laid a concrete donut 13 meters thick to hold the weight. It rose in just 8 years, driven by the spoils of the Jewish war and the sweat of 100,000 slaves. But the greatest spectacle wasn't the stone, it was the plumbing. To flood the arena, engineers tapped into the Aqua Claudia aqueduct. But water is heavy, and water destroys mortar. So they coated the entire arena basin with Opus Signinum, a special waterproof concrete used in Roman baths. They removed the wooden floor supports, opened the sluice gates, and let gravity do the rest. In mere hours, the water rose to a depth of 5 feet. It wasn't just a puddle. It was deep enough to float heavy warships. The Naumachia, a naval battle to the death. Imagine the roar of 50,000 spectators as real warships manned by prisoners of war drifted into the arena. This wasn't a play. People died, ships sank, the water turned red. It was the ultimate display of power. Rome didn't just conquer nations. They brought the unpredictable, terrifying ocean inside a controlled cage. But the engineering mastery didn't stop at the water. It reached the sky. The Roman sun is brutal. To protect the spectators, the architects designed the Velarium, a massive retractable canvas awning that covered the entire stadium. This wasn't just a cloth. It was a complex web of ropes and pulleys weighing tons. It was so complex that regular workers couldn't operate it. So the emperor brought in a special unit, sailors from the imperial fleet at Misenum. Hundreds of sailors stationed at the top of the Colosseum, pulling the rigging in perfect unison. Like a ship sailing on land, they controlled the wind and the sun. But this watery miracle was short-lived. The Emperor Domitian, Titus's brother, wanted more complexity. He wanted trapdoors. He wanted tigers to appear from nowhere. So he made a choice. He built the Hypogeum, the complex underground labyrinth of tunnels, elevators, and cages we see today. By building these walls, he made flooding the arena impossible forever. The era of the naval battles was over. Today, looking at the skeletal ruins of the Hypogeum, it's hard to imagine the waves that once crashed here. The Colosseum remains a testament not just to cruelty, but to an engineering audacity that the world has rarely seen since. History. Reimagined.